Hello, it's Dr. Rhonda Johnson. Today is Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. And guess what, folks? The evidence is in. Omicron is just as deadly as other variants. Well, how do I know? Well, a group of researchers from Harvard said so. In fact, they published their findings of a large study in a preprint server on May 2nd. Now, what they did, they compared hospitalizations from the original COVID wave, that ancestral Wuhan strain, the wave of spring 2021, the Delta wave, and the original Omicron BA1 wave that we just had in January and February. And they showed that the risk of hospitalization and mortality were nearly identical between periods, which means that the severity is actually very similar from Omicron compared to the other variants. Well, why does this matter? Why am I talking about this, folks? Because we're experiencing a situation where infections are on the rise here in the United States. The latest BA2 subvariant, now this is a mouthful, it's called BA2.12.1, is rapidly on the rise, and it is the most infectious subvariant yet. And people who have avoided COVID for the past 2 years are now getting infected. So where are we with this current Omicron situation? Even though we don't want to be there, this is where we are here in the United States. So BA2 Omicron variant accounts for 56% of current cases, but experts say that the BA2.12.1 subvariant will likely become the dominant strain in the next 2 weeks. Now, Dr. Ashish Jha, the White House COVID-19 response coordinator, said on Sunday that infections are up about 50% in the United States and hospitalizations are rising too. Now, remember, we don't have good test data anymore. We don't really know who's infected. So how do you know if you have it, folks? According to the CDC, the symptoms of the BA2 variant are basically cold symptoms: fever, chills, cough. You can have shortness of breath, fatigue, muscle aches, headaches, sore throat, congestion, runny nose, vomiting, and diarrhea. Most people do not have a loss of taste or smell, but some may. Now, what are the symptoms of this BA2.12.1 subvariant? Well, basically very similar. Sneezing, coughing, sore throat. Basically, you feel like you have a real bad cold or the flu. Now, early data in the lab suggests that BA2.12.1 has an increased ability to infect the lungs compared to the original Omicron, but we just have to see how this goes. Folks, the bottom line is COVID is not over. Even when we want it to be over, COVID is not over. That is my message today. Please be safe. As always, my views are my own.